Turn to Senator Marshall. I'm reminded, I feel like I've been channeling our former chair, Senator, well, not only the T-shirt, but Senator Roberts as the father of crop insurance. I feel like he's been on my shoulder all morning as I've been talking about the importance of crop insurance. And you're welcome to say like 10 seconds about your shirt if you'd like to. But
I was channeling the Vikings, is what I was saying.
yeah, I know.
So the Vikings was Super Bowl IV. The Chiefs won 23-7. Not that I keep track of these things, but I feel
Okay,
so
that's
sorry for the
enough.
Vikings.
No.
Okay, but yes, I can guarantee you, Senator Roberts will be in front of the television Sunday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, to watch the Chiefs win 33-31. Chris Jones will be the MVP.
Oh my gosh, there, you've heard it, folks. All right.
You've heard it here first.
All right, we'll see about any bets. Okay. Senator Marshall.
Well, Madam Chair, it is a pleasure to be here today. Make no mistake about it. This hearing on crop insurance and Title I funding is the #1 farm bill hearing we're going to have for producers in Kansas. That no doubt without crop insurance, without Title I funding, many farmers would be out of business. But I want to take a moment and speak to all my other members across the aisle, and maybe some of their staff members who are maybe more from the urban states, and talk about why crop insurance is so important to everybody in America. So think about school lunches. Think about our nutrition programs. Everyone's got a favorite memory of their school lunch. Madam Chairman, I like the chili, was one of my favorite, chicken and noodles. Any favorites that were yours?
I don't know. I have to think about it for a second here.
Well, the great thing was when I was growing up, I could count on at a lunch every time that we would have rolls and whole milk. I would get 2 cartons of whole milk and 2 rolls. And the cinnamon rolls came with the chili. That was always good. So there was a nickel worth of wheat to make a loaf of bread when I was growing up. A nickel's worth of wheat would make a whole stack of rolls. And today, still a nickel's worth of wheat will make a loaf of bread. We used to get brownies too on Fridays. I would suppose there was a nickel's worth of sugar in a tray of brownies growing up, and there's still a nickel's worth of sugar in brownies today, if kids still get brownies or not. I don't know. But my point is, crop insurance and Title I funding are working to keep the cost of food down. We look at our SNAP program, the cost of it's gone up. We budgeted, $70-80 billion a year, and it may be $130 billion this year. But without crop insurance, without Title I funding, that budget would be the roof as well. That allows farmers to stay in production, allowing them to produce next year's crop. So can't stress enough how important crop insurance, Title I funding is to all Americans. So now a couple questions, and these are probably more technical questions as well. First one is for Under Secretary Bonnie. It has to do with LLCs. Since farming is an inherently risky business, most accountants and attorneys would advise that businesses be structured as an LLC. Do you support including LLCs that are taxed as a partnership under the definition of a joint enterprise?
I think we would, I think our response is to keep things the way they are. This is the way multiple administrations have dealt with this, and it's, as I think we discussed earlier, some big implications for changes here. Okay.
The second question for Administrator Ducheneaux. Let's talk about ELAP programs. So this past year, we had a fire that went through a lot of our grasslands. It literally clocked at moving at over 100 miles an hour. Some of our ranchers had had some pasture land set aside to graze their cattle on this winter. And of course, that was destroyed. Because the current ELAP program doesn't contemplate damage to stored forage outside of normal grazing seasons, would you support adjusting the regulations or statute to ensure future losses of such nature are covered?
Sir, we would sure welcome an opportunity to engage in some technical assistance on that to make sure we got it right. I had a chance to get out and visit a couple of those affected ranches out there in that part of the country, and it was devastating. And the grace that those folks showed hosting us while waiting for assistance that we had yet to get them was really moving. We got to be able to do a better job at that, and we look forward to working with you and your team to get there on it.
And I do appreciate just this sense of community, people coming from all over the nation, bringing hay, bringing fence posts, bringing barbed wire. We helped to collect some of those things, so I appreciate you mentioning that as well. The next one is for Administrator Bunger. The Federal Crop Insurance Board that is tasked with reviewing and approving new and improved policies has been shorthanded since early in this administration's tenure and are still operating virtually. Can you tell me when you expect to have these seats filled? When can we expect the board to begin working again fully in person?
Thank you for the question. Yes, we are currently in the process of reviewing 2 seats that are currently vacant. They are farmer seats. That's how I identify them. But the board does, in its current status, is very functional as it is. They continue to review all of the submissions as they come through. We've been maintaining the integrity of that process, and we hope to soon be able to fill those positions. The farmer seats are very critical when it comes to the makeup of that board. So
you don't expect them to be working in person?
no, this next meeting will be working in person. I mean, so we are looking at both virtually and in person, both ways to have our FCIC board meetings.
Okay, thank you. I yield back.
Thank you very much. And just for the record, anyone wanting to talk about the Eagles this morning will get equal time. So, all right.